All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I want to bring you a video on VeChain. Okay, I see a lot of very interesting things happening. I mean, hell, we've been absolutely exploding as of late. Wow, VeChain has really woken up. We've had such a tremendous impulse. So, folks, in this video, I'm going to break down some technical analysis, talk about what I see happening, both short-term and long-term, and also bring up some beautiful low-cap gems. So, before I delve into the video, I want to ask you to do me a favor: like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll tell you why you want to stay up to date with this channel. Because, folks, back way when over here, back in January, I was saying if we broke down bearishly from this apex, this is where I would be looking to accumulate in VeChain. This is where I was saying we're looking to find support, and that's exactly where we fell to. And if you'd been following the channel, and if you'd have gotten in then and there, you could have been up on VeChain. Let's just see approximately how much. Just over 260%, nearly 270% on VeChain. So, folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Now, VeChain is doing a lot of very interesting things right now. We have broken out bullishly out of this very macro pitchfork. A pitchfork is great for understanding hidden support and resistance levels during parabolic growth. You basically draw it from the bottom of a macro impulse to the top and the retracement. Same with our Fibonacci extension here. Bottom of the macro impulse to the top, then the retracement gives us some fib levels that are likely to be relevant. Now, we've broken past the key level of about 8.3. I readjusted my Fibonacci extension. I had it drawn a little bit differently from previous videos. I believe this is probably more valid moving forward because one of our support levels just happens to coincide with price action. One of our fib levels happens to coincide with price action. So I believe this is more valid. If we continue to break down and if we continue to find rejection off the 9.5 region, I think we have probably a good chance of retesting this pitchfork blue line here and perhaps the 8.3 to 8.5 region. So anywhere from 8.3 to 8.5 is where I would start to lock dollar cost average my way into VeChain if I were so inclined and if I wanted to. Now, folks, let's assume we can see bullish continuation. Based off our fib levels, folks, I think we could see an 11.5 cent VeChain in the near future here. Folks, VeChain is a sleeping giant. It had been disappointing people. By the way, I remember like one of our, I think it was a Discord member or YouTube member saying like back in these regions saying, I hate VeChain. It's so boring. I remember people saying like VeChain's a stable coin. I mean, but if you would have just held, you could have been up this much. That's why I constantly stress the importance of having a long-term outlook and why, short-term corrections really don't matter. They're, if anything, they're just great for buying the dip. So, folks, I want to mention what I think is the most important support level for VeChain moving forward. And ultimately, if you were to ever get a chance to accumulate VeChain at this level, I would personally consider that the blessing of a lifetime. The most important support level for VeChain, I believe, is the 200 EMA on the 6 hour. It is constantly acted as the bedrock for support, the floor where VeChain finds its support after a correction. Massive run up, massive correction. Where did we continually find support? 200 EMA on the 6 hour here, this white line. Same with here. Pump, dump, 200 EMA on the 6 hour, where we found that support. Pump, dump, 200 EMA on the 6 hour, where we found the support. The 200 EMA on the 6 hour has constantly acted as the support level for VeChain. So, if whenever you're watching this video or one day, whenever, weeks, months down the road, if VeChain ever happens to touch the 200 EMA on the 6 hour again, which, I think it's just a matter of time, maybe in a few weeks, a few months or something, it'll probably retest it. That is where I would 100% be looking to place my buy orders because we can see how historically constantly acted as the bedrock of support. So moving forward, I think it's very likely to be a very relevant, very important support level for VeChain. So these are the kind of levels where I would be looking to accumulate VeChain. This is where I think I can go in the short term. Now, folks, let's say we get it past $1.11. Could we go into see a 16.5 cent VeChain? Folks, I think we can. Look, for those who don't know, VeChain aims to improve logistics and supply chains through tracking on the blockchain. Improving logistics could be a multi-billion, like several $100 million market. I'm extremely bullish on the long-term prospect for VeChain. So I think this is just the start. The fact that we've broken above this pitchfork, and if we can continue to remain above this pitchfork, folks, short-term price target 11.5 cents for VeChain. So another very important thing to try and understand and try and gauge what VeChain's next move will be is following the VeChain Bitcoin pairing. The VeChain Bitcoin pairing is very good for understanding hidden bullish and bearish breakouts, hidden support and resistance levels that you might not anticipate if you're just looking at the US dollar value of VeChain. So, folks, I've been highlighting on this channel this ascending triangle here. We've been reacting beautifully off our support and resistance areas that I've drawn. So we broke out bullishly from this ascending triangle that we're in, and now we're getting we're finding rejection off the 1.6 region here to about the 1.7. If and when we can get above this key resistance region here and hold above this, the 1.7, and see bullish continuation from that, I think that's going to be one factor that leads us to continued impulse and continue to reach these price targets here for VeChain. As well, it's always important to understand what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin leads the market, Bitcoin's currently within this wedge / pitchfork, likely to test the, we're probably going to see a breakout soon. This could break down bearishly. So if Bitcoin makes any quick movements, that could spook the market, something to be aware of. Another chart, folks, to gauge the state of the altcoin market is the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is so important for so many different reasons. Bitcoin dominance has been stuck between kind of like the 65% and the 60% for the last few weeks. I think it is just a matter of time before we break below the key important level of 60% in Bitcoin dominance. As soon as we get daily candles close below 60% in Bitcoin dominance, folks, that is your trigger that further a development in the alt season is here, and alts are likely to continue to fly. Now, another very important, very helpful chart to try and gauge the state of the altcoin market is the blockchaincenter.net. Here they have a very interesting chart that historically has called alt season and Bitcoin season, and so we're getting very, very close for alt season here. So once we go over the 75% region here, then that's when altcoins are truly ready to absolutely explode, and where they're going to see the vast majority of their growth. So lots of interesting stuff happening with altcoins here. Now, give me the opportunity to bring you guys and show you guys a low cap gem that I'm considering getting into, that being Nord Finance here. So I see a lot of interesting things happening. I'm going to pull up the chart here. Let me just pull up the chart. I have another screen here. So chart looks very interesting. We recently broke out of a macro descending triangle here. Look at this. Oh, no, I thought I had it pulled up. Yeah, no worries here. Let's just look it up. No, this is another one I like a lot that I'm getting into. But yeah, look at the market cap, folks. 12 million market cap. This is a low cap gem, folks. The newer the project, the lower the market cap, typically the more risky. But there's a lot I like about this thing. Just kind of explain what this is. It's essentially a chain agnostic DeFi play for money management, staking, and loans. So very interesting. They have a lot of developments coming in Q2. Nord Swap launch version 1, Nord Loans launch version 1, and their staking program all coming in Q2. Lots of bullish catalysts. Perhaps just a few months away. We've had a massive pump because I think this was due to BitBoy Crypto mentioning this thing, and so it's had quite a correction as of late. But what's important, and the reason why I bring you guys this video right now, is because we were in this very macro descending triangle, and we just broke out bullishly. So if we want to see bullish continuation, I think we need to get above, I'd say, maybe about $14.20 to about $15. Okay, our Fibonacci extension here from the bottom of the impulse to the top, then the bottom of the retracement gives us some support and resistance levels that will be relevant. The 236 is just right around $14.20, $14.25. So if we can get above this fib level and the price reactive zone of $15 and a psychological level of $15, if we can get above that and hold that, I think this is a very good chance of seeing bullish continuation. And if we take the height of our descending triangle here and we move it to the breakout point, it's just a very basic TA. Could we, retackle all-time highs, perhaps go to, $22, $23? I think so. I think something like that is definitely possible. So let's say you want confirmation, right? You want a way. So let's say you got in, let's say 15.20 or something. Could you make roughly 36 to 50% on this play? I definitely think so. So as a swing trade, this looks interesting, but also as a long-term hold, this looks interesting as well, folks. Like a decentralized DeFi play that's blockchain agnostic, very compelling, very interesting. They have a lot coming, Q2. So I mean, even as a long-term play, and this having such a low market cap is attractive in my opinion. I'm actually considering moving into this thing. Another thing, folks, if you're ever curious, if you ever want to know where something is listed, all you have to do is go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, look up the ticker, look up the name of the project. Okay, it'll bring you to a page like this. All you have to do is scroll down, go to where it says exchanges, and then it'll just tell you what exchanges it's listed on. See, it's mostly on Uniswap, BitMax, Skate.io, Who.com. So that's all you have to do, folks. So that's what I want to bring you guys. I think this is very interesting, specifically right now. I think this is a good chance of doing very well over the long term. Bullish catalysts in the next few months here, and I'm personally considering getting into this thing now, folks. Our VIP Discord group got this thing first. So if you want to get access to low cap gems we're looking at first before anyone else sees them, join our VIP Discord. You get access through joining our Patreon. Link to join our Patreon is down in the description below. Get access to low cap gems, interesting setups. We talk to all our members regularly, all our Discord members regularly, and we also post very, very helpful resources for understanding Cardano, Ethereum, and Polkadot. So if you like the sound of that, join our Patreon. Link for that down in the description below. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified of more important technical analysis and low cap gems. That's enough for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.